Hi, everyone. I'm Sarah Tano, Global Artistry Director of House Laboratories and Lady Gaga's longtime makeup artist. Today, we're here to celebrate 10 years of Born This Way, an album with visuals that have inspired me as a makeup artist and a creative for 10 years. Speaking of iconic Born This Way looks, I have the honor today to interview the one, the only international makeup artist, Val Garland. Hi, Val.
Hi, darling.
You look beautiful. I can't thank you
Oh,
enough for
thank you.
doing this. Like, just to jump right into it, 10 years ago, you didn't really see a lot of these kind of really cool, interesting makeups on a musician as much. Like, sure, there was David Bowie and so many iconic artists, but in the girl pop world, I don't know a ton of artists in current day that were doing looks like that until you came around, especially with
There
the
was,
prosthetics from Born This Way.
yeah, and there wasn't. And, Gaga, right from the word go, was looking at herself as an artist, as a
Yeah.
work of art. So, if you were talking upside down, inside out, back to front, she was there for it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Because sometimes you're working, or you could be working with an artist who has a very definite way of how they want to look. And you're thinking as a makeup artist, actually, if we just did that, that, and that, it would be really cool. So to work with someone who is so,
There for it.
yeah, I mean, wow. I mean, I remember the very first time that I met Gaga, and I was saying to my godchild, who just split up with her boyfriend. I sort of said, look, and she was devastated. I said, come and stay with Auntie Belle. And I said, you can come to work with me on Sunday. And she's like, oh, what are you doing? Do I have to carry your makeup cases? I said, well, you can help. I said, but I'm working with this new artist. I said, I've not met her yet, but, Nick Knight's really enamored. And she's like, so, what's her name? And I said, I think it's Gay Gay. And she went, oh my God, Lady Gaga. And I was like, yeah, that's it, Lady Gaga. And, that was it. And I think the first job I did with Gaga, I think it was for Vanity Fair.
Oh,
It was
that
for
was
Vanity
heaven.
Fair. And so, I didn't know what to expect because she was
Right.
very young, but she knew exactly her mind,
Mm-hmm.
lighting. And for me, I don't know, we just sort of sparked off of each other. It was like this electricity. It's for me, it was important to do Gaga the way Gaga wanted to be.
Mm-hmm.
She came into the studio and she was like, it's always 4 sets of lashes. And I was like, okay, and it's always brown. And I was like, fantastic. And I think because we just kind of bounced off of each other. And I think because both of us don't like routine, I might do the makeup one way one day, and then the next day, I might start today by doing foundation, but tomorrow I'm going to start with the eye, or I'm going to start with the lip. I can't bear routine. And I think Gaga was the same. So she was
Yep.
open, change. So, it was a fantastic honor and an opportunity for me to work with this incredible woman. This week, I've looked back on all the videos, and, I think back to that time, and we were only just getting into the internet then.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Totally.
Facebook was still big, and Gaga was all over it. But her dance moves and just the things that she was doing with her dancers, and it was all very inclusive, you know, and all very authentic. And she was sort of like, this is who I am,
Yep.
you know, and we're all in this together, me and my little monsters, you know. It was just, I call her a futurist.
She is a
You know,
futurist, completely.
futurist. Yeah. And you know, because back then, you know, she was already boss bitch. You know, she had, you know, because she was excited by the House of Dior, the House of Holston. So obviously it was like the House of Gaga. You know, she loved Alexander McQueen. It was, she has a really great insight into fashion. You know,
Oh
she's,
yeah, she's an encyclopedia.
yeah. And but it was really refreshing and wow, coming from someone so young who was so knowledgeable.
What was it like creating these looks now that we're like celebrating it being a decade? And I look back at some of the looks you've done that still to me are like my most favorite looks that I've ever seen on her, from like Judas and the Mugler show. And they're they're some of the most recreated looks still today of any of her looks. And I want to know, from one artist to another, like what is your process of like creating these dynamic looks where you are just so completely like you're so fearless and like rebellious with like the way you just never like, I've watched you do makeup before. It's almost like you never put the brush down, which is something I can't do. But you just like, Gaga said something to me yesterday and she goes, Val is like air in the wind. Like she just, okay, goodbye, you're done. And I'm like, it's remarkable that how you do that. And I want to know like what, where does that come from? That's such like an insane technique.
It's about having a comp look. If it doesn't work out, we can always do it again. And I also think that when you hesitate, maybe you lose some of the magic, you know. And it's also, I like the idea of being thought of as an artist. And I don't want to be, I don't really want to be, oh, I don't know, a formula, you know, join the dots. Like, okay, to get the perfect win outliner, you've got to do a triangle on the outside. You know, what are you? Are you a technician or are you an artist? You know, if you're an artist, you take the bull by the horns and you just go with it. You know, you just do it. So, yeah, I was a very fortunate bunny at that time.
Every time we get the chance to see you or do something with you, it's just amazing.